Good day, folks. Welcome back to my neck of the woods. My name's Dika, where I share my experience and my knowledge, hoping to lessen your learning curve along the way. So today, I'm going to talk about brand names versus generic versus to no-name brands in fishing equipment, and whether or not it makes a difference. My opinion, whether or not it makes a difference. Before I get started, please sub the channel, like my videos, and make some comments. So, does it make a difference? Does it make a difference if you have a Walmart brand out of the clearance section, or that you have some high-end thing that you bought at Bass Pro or Cabela's or wherever you bought it? I think yes and no. I think it all comes down to what you hold confidence in. There are some generic things that I have tried that I really like, and then there are some higher-end things that I've tried and I really like. But is there an actual difference? I'm not sure that there's an actual difference in certain baits. So like Yum. Yum is a popular brand of soft plastics. So is Zoom. Zoom is a popular brand of soft plastics. They're kind of like, I think Yum is kind of in the middle, and then there's Zoom. But then at the top of the line, there's the Yamamoto ones. And everyone and their uncle has a soft plastic now. There's Guggen baits. There's a whole plethora of different baits out there. Is there one that's better than another? I don't think so. I think it's what you hold confidence in. I think all of those, they're not the same. There's different salt textures. There's different colors. There's different lengths. Say a Senko, right? There's a million different types of Senkos out there. I think generally they all work, and they're all going to work if you hold confidence in them. Like I have a friend who fishes just nothing but Yum, just the baby bass one with the green and the green pumpkin with it, and that's all he fishes, and it works every single time. So is the color is a whole nother ball of wax, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. I think it comes down to making what you hold confidence in. Now, like, is a Z-Man chatterbait better than some generic chatterbait? They're different. The attachment of the blades is different, and they swim different, but is one better than another? I'm not sure that one is better than another. Now, I like the jackhammer. The jackhammer is upwards of $20, and better than the Project Z. And the Project Z might be $9. But is it better? No, I think I just like it better, maybe because it costs more, or maybe I think it's better, or maybe someone sponsored it and it's a marketing scheme, and ultimately I use it more, so it fishes more and it catches more fish. So like I said, I'm not sure that it's any better. So there's other things out there that maybe are better that are like no-name brand. Like I'm into saltwater fishing and striper fishing and blue fishing, and there are people out there that make custom plugs. They make their own plugs. They have a lathe and they make their own plugs. And a lot of people say, if I want to catch the bigger fish out there, I'm really just going to have to make my own plugs and change the sort of presentation of what I'm throwing out there, and that's going to work better for me. And they're right. They succeed in doing this. They make their own plugs that are different or heavier or bigger or have a different color than everything else on the market. And a lot of these people have success in doing it. Same thing with freshwater, like swim baits. Swim baits became very, very popular. Oh, sorry about the itch. And then custom swim baits, like huge swim baits, like Pats, Pat swim baits, and they're super expensive and they're hard to get, but people love them and people will pay the money for them, and they believe that they work. Well, they do work. They catch big fish, or Huddleston. Huddleston is also a giant swim bait, but it's expensive. But there's no generic brand of those. There are generic brands of like spinner baits and chatter baits and soft plastics. And I believe that I think they all work. It's just what you hold confidence in. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's a bit of a debate. People will say, well, you got to spend the money to get the quality. Maybe the quality is the same on a lower end Walmart, whatever is in the clearance bin bait. Maybe it's just as good as quality. Now the jackhammer, I'll use that as an example. That has better quality hooks on it. That's why it costs much. It costs more. It just has better quality equipment on it. That's why it costs more. But that's not the case for everything across the board. Sometimes something costs more just because it's custom, just because it takes more time to build it, right? So there's other things on the market. I'm just trying to come up with some examples here. So like a boga grip. I striper fish, and I bought this boga grip, which is a knockoff boga grip, for $15, as opposed to going out and buying the name brand boga grip, which is upwards of $130. This works just as good. Just as good. I have dropped this in the ocean. There's been no corrosion. I've used it for upwards of 3 years. And it has a tape measure in it, and I'm surprised that the damn tape measure still works. This goes up to 35 inches, and it makes a little noise, and there's a little bit of rattle to it, but everything, but it still works just as good as a $130 boat grip. In fact, I personally would buy these generic ones. I would have to buy, 10 of them to reach the price, and 10 of them will probably last me longer, So it's everything out there. Fishing rods and baits and the other gear that you use, like this right here. This is a finger guard made by Gamakatsu. There's about 3 or 4 of these on the market, all made by a different brand, and they're all a little different. They all fit a little different, but I like this one. I like the way this one fits on my finger, and I like the way it works, and I'm going to use this one. Now, I'm not saying this one's better. It's just the one that I've chosen. This one's better for me. There's many things on the market out there, but food for thought. If you're one of those people that enjoy buying the tackle, there's no shame in buying something that is generic, or something that is cheap or costs less money. It still might work just as well as the more expensive thing out there. The only way to figure it out is really to try it and then hold some confidence in it and actually fish it. So that's really the only way. And like this fish grip here, it's a knockoff boga grip. It's smaller. I think the boga grip has like 3 models, and this works. The mechanism is similar. I'm going to say that this has a scale in it too that's still accurate, and I think the quality of it, like when you feel it, is not as good as the boga grip, but it serves the purpose just as well at a $15 price point as opposed to $120 or $130 price point. So I want you to, obviously a lot of what I have is geared towards the beginner, and I want people to be welcomed into the sport of fishing, fresh and salt water, and I want you to not make the same mistakes that I've made. I've made mistakes out there where I thought that you had to buy the quality items in order for them to work or be better, and I was wrong. I think in some cases, like I said, just holding confidence. I'm repeating myself here. That's really all I have for you. Sub the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Be well.